This podcast may contain adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I'm the host that drove all the way to Arkansas all by myself. I mean, not by myself, but I drove without you assisting there and back.
Yes, you did. And I'm Mrs. Always Right.
And we're coming to you from that little trailer park in Mena, Arkansas. No, not Texas this time.
No, we did move. We actually got new wheels on the trailer and away we went.
We did.
Yes. The only thing I can say about Mena is, I guess the population 2020 census, only 5,589.
It was a small town.
Yes. It actually really is. And it says that it's surrounded by I don't know how to say this.
Wichita.
Is that how you say it?
O-U, whatever.
It's Q-U-A.
Wichita.
Wichita
I was
National
told
Forest.
by somebody at work to not mispronounce the name.
Okay.
That people would be angry.
Okay. So you
and
say
I'm sure
it's Wichita?
I'm sure I just butchered it.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to send a complaint to me and Mrs. Always Right at gmail.com, Trevor will get that complaint.
Yes, he will. Anyway, it's surrounded by the National Forest, and it says that Mena is the gateway to some of the most visited tourist attractions in Arkansas.
I peed in that National Forest several times.
I was going to say more than once.
So
absolutely.
I hope there is no forest ranger out to get me, because we were in some desolate areas.
There's probably so much video, so many cameras around that caught all y'all peeing.
All of us. Yeah,
well, I can't say anything because I peed too. So.
I do bet you they got game cameras and shit up everywhere.
I'm sure they do.
That we didn't even notice.
No, but were we looking for them?
No, we were just looking to pee.
We were trying to look at all the sites, actually.
Yes.
We were not searching out places to pee. We were looking at the sites. We just happened to have to pee.
It is a beautiful area.
Beautiful.
We went Thursday. We got there Thursday, rode Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Was going to ride Sunday, but we were all wore out and loaded up and left. Thursday night, we rode up to Eagle Mountain and B Mountain.
B Mountain. We didn't go to Eagle Mountain till the next morning.
Oh, till the next day. We rode up to B Mountain, and there's a old fire watch tower at the top of that mountain. And
it has
really
cool
overlooks and stuff.
And the coolest thing I thought, okay, not only do you have to walk up 150 stone stairs, it seems like, but there was a stick bug. I did get a picture of the stick bug, by the way. I did. And then a little bit later, I think, later that afternoon, or maybe the next day, I got a stick bug on me.
You freaked out over a stick bug.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know what it was. I just knew something was crawling on me, and I was like, what the? Well, I mean, I was not expecting it at all.
No,
not at all.
We also
survived.
Oh, we did survive.
We did survive.
Friday night, the storms rolled in.
Yes.
And we actually were right by a tornado in road driving wise, a mile and a half away from camp, trees and everything. And we sat outside under a metal pavilion during this entire thunderstorm, which was actually cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of rain, a lot of heavy rain. And it was funny because it rained hard and heavy for a long time, and then it just stopped. I think that's probably when the tornado was going by, because it just, everything stopped, the wind, everything. And then it all started back up. Just
that's what we typically say, right? A tornado's coming when there's nothing.
And that's what happened.
I'm not a weatherman.
Me neither. I know what the weather's like when I go outside. And I'm like, yeah, it's hot, it's raining, it's snowing. That's how I know what the weather is.
Go check for yourself.
Yes. But whatever it's doing here might not be doing it somewhere else.
And we rode Friday before the storm, and we were out quite a ways. And we made it back to camp probably about an hour before that storm rolled in. Mm-hmm. Would you say an hour? If we would have got caught in that, and I was being all ballsy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I got my raincoat.
Like,
I got my raincoat.
I got rain gear. We'll be fine. I bet you're glad we did not.
Oh, I am grateful. 100% grateful.
And the new windshield worked wonderfully.
Yes, it did.
Yes. Yes, it
And
did.
Saturday we got up and we had breakfast, and we were going to go riding at about 10 or 9 o'clock with some other people, but we're not early morning people.
But we were up and mostly ready by 9 when they left.
We were.
So we left probably just a little bit after they did. I would say what, by 9:30?
10, yeah. And
Oh,
9:30. Okay, 9:30.
I would say 9:30.
All right. And we rode from Wolf's Pen Gap to Forshey Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And that was and back, and that was a 77-mile trip.
But we went, it's like it went around the mountain, the trail that we went on.
Well, it goes around the public land.
Yeah.
It stays on it runs around the private land. It basically stays on the forest land, except for some key areas where we actually had to drive on the highway.
Right.
That was probably the best trail I've ever ridden. It was 77-mile round trip. It took every bit of 8 hours.
Oh, absolutely.
To ride that ride.
Absolutely.
I got good video. You got good video.
Yeah, I got video.
You're learning. Yeah, and you did great.
I'm
so
not a video person.
Video?
I'm not a video person.
Yeah. You did fine. There was some areas I thought you could work on, but I'm not here to critique.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
I produced a good video. I had to, so there was one that you just got more dash than anything, so I didn't put that one in.
I mean,
I feel you.
It was so funny because in some of this riding, some of it was rocky, and we went through creeks and everything like that, and it's like the trees close in on you, so they're just like barely wide enough for the side by side. And you look over at me and it's rough and we're bouncing around and you're like, you're not recording this? Dude, I was trying to stay inside of the vehicle. I understand that, but I can't hold the camera outside like I was doing outside the vehicle because, getting hit by tree limbs and everything else. And you're like, you're not recording this? Well, dude, you're driving 30 miles an hour over 5,000 million rocks. I'm not angry.
Wow.
And no, I told you then. I was just trying to save my own hide. In it for myself.
If, for Christmas,
yeah,
let's say I get another camera.
Uh-huh.
So I can mount one to the front of the buggy.
And hopefully it doesn't fall off. And
Right. Well, you know what? I'll move them out. I'll put it somewhere where we can see it. But then you'll have the handheld and I can combine footage.
How sweet would that be?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, it would.
And I would like to get out and shoot more of people riding by, but I'm afraid if I stopped every time to do that it would take forever to film a video.
Right.
And so Friday we did that ride and we got back to camp and that was Saturday. I apologize. That was Saturday. We went to the mountain. And what did we eat that Saturday?
We had chili Saturday.
Saturday was chili day.
We had brisket Friday.
Shody
did bring brisket.
Oh, that was good too.
Potatoes, baked potatoes.
And your little dogs that you adopted. There was three shop dogs, I guess. Camp
That's
dogs.
what I would call them. Yeah, shop dog, camp dogs.
That I guess live at the campsite. And as soon as we started breaking out food on Friday, they knew you were there.
They were like, ooh. And we hadn't even fed them this time.
They knew you were there, the dog whisperer. And they walked right up to you and you befriended all three of them. And that little old lady pit bull was the sweetest dog.
She was tiny. She was not like a full-size pit bull. She was tiny. She was like a miniature or something, but she was old. You could tell in the way she walked. And
I don't think she had a whole lot of teeth either.
I'm not real sure she had a lot of teeth either. But Friday night we did give them some rib bones and some brisket meat and everything, and they liked it. And the one little boy, he was a little picky on his eating. The
one with the blue eye.
Yeah.
Or in Marie's case, missing the eye.
Yeah, Marie said, he's missing an eye. No, he's got an eye. No, he's missing it because it's white. Well, that doesn't mean he's missing it. But anyway, so he did have different eyes. Two different colored eyes, like a husky.
Or an Australian Shepherd.
Or Australian Shepherd or something. And he was mixed with one of those. And I'm thinking by the color of the blue that it was a husky mix, because he kind of favored a husky. He had long hair like huskies do and almost the same build, you know, but he was black and he was very timid and very cautious, taking bites out of your hands. And
not the other horse dog.
No. Big guy?
Yes.
He was all over.
He grabbed your whole hand, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, I didn't realize you had a hand when you were feeding me this food. I mean, he never bit me or anything, but he was a big dog.
He was a big dog.
Probably had to be part of, what would you call that? Great Dane. I think he maybe is part Great Dane or something, because he was pretty big.
He was part Chihuahua and Great Dane, and Mama was the Chihuahua.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
I doubt
That'd be a sight to see.
The puppy would be bigger than the mama.
Would it burst her belly?
Yeah, it'd look like Alien.
Oh, that'd be awesome. C-section.
I don't think you'd have time to do a C-section. No.
Saturday night is also where things started to get interesting.
Very interesting. We had a big bonfire.
We did have we couldn't have one in the rain Friday.
In the torrential downpour tornado we experienced Friday, right?
Right.
We sat around, we had good conversation. We did somehow or another come up with a couple of different names for a couple of other people that ride with our group.
Yes.
You know.
Well, the way we came up with those, we're gonna refer to them as Flip and Bambi.
Now Bambi made shirts for everybody because this was your birthday trip.
Yes.
And so we all had matching shirts except for you, which was matching, but it told who you were because everybody else were commenting on you.
It's the reaction I get everywhere I go.
Yeah, for
fucking
some of the,
Brent.
For a lot of the things that you do or say, we're like fucking Brent.
So Saturday, I keep getting my days mixed up. Saturday was the day we decided to, and I say we loosely because DEA doesn't fuck around with shit. That we decided to experiment a little. We started with
candy.
It's a candied mushroom. It's a mushroom in chocolate. And they come in.
It's in chocolate?
It was in chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetically speaking, it was in chocolate.
Okay, so I mean, it just looked like, so you had a piece of candy.
Hypothetically speaking, I could have had a piece of candy.
That maybe was laced with some mushrooms.
It very well could have.
I mean,
I would never intentionally take drugs. Okay? Never intentionally take drugs. I'm against them.
Right.
So I had a 1 gram piece of chocolate.
Okay.
So Bambi and her friend had more than 1 gram.
Okay.
They had 2 and 3 respectively.
Okay.
And things started getting weird.
Weird? Like, what do you mean weird?
They started frolicking. And I didn't even know how to frolic.
Really?
I've never frolicked.
I mean, it's kind of like skipping. It's kind of like prancing. I guess. Yeah, that's what I would say.
And Bambi was talking about how she felt like frolicking through the woods like a deer. And
she could see
that. And I said that, did it end in a pair of headlights, you know? Bam.
Right.
Frolic to your death.
Right. And
that's how she got the name Bambi.
Absolutely. And her husband, Flip, we'll call him Flip. So his shirt actually, when they got their side-by-side new, they went out riding by themselves and ended up flipping it over.
Yes.
And so on his shirt, which I heard that since he didn't get a shirt like everybody else, he was a little upset.
Why?
Because I feel maybe he wanted to be in.
He's in.
Well, no, I know he's in. I'm just saying, he didn't match everybody else. But anyway, so on his shirt, it shows his side-by-side or a side-by-side upside down.
Let's stick with his.
Okay, yes. His or, somebody else we may know that might have flipped theirs. A few people. But anyway, So his side-by-side is upside down. And so somebody just said it called him
Flipper.
Because of the shirt. And so there you go. There's his name.
That's what happens when you roll a side-by-side with us. You never live it down.
Right. Like Pillbug. Roly-poly.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And then the conversation got weird. I mean, and I don't remember a whole lot of it.
It got weird.
Yeah.
The conversations are always weird. I'm not going to lie.
Those are the conversations we need to record. I need to set up a camera and a mic and just record these nights.
Yeah, they were weird. Unfortunately, though, we did not have birthday cake then.
Aww.
And I'm sorry,
No,
but
it's okay.
we come home and the birthday
it's
cake
still
was
technically
here.
not my birthday.
I mean, that's true. Your birthday is a week from this Friday.
Thanks for just giving out all my personal information.
Absolutely. No problem.
Born in 56.
Oh, I was going to say
86.
32 or some shit. 86.
86.
Okay. I don't think so.
But it ended up being a great trip.
Yes.
I appreciate the effort and the time you put into it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Of course I did. Why would I not?
You just I don't know why you seem angry with me the last few years.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm angry at you. Sometimes I get a little frustrated with you.
What would you say?
I just try to move on because it's always the same. You see what I'm saying?
No.
So I get frustrated with myself for letting things get to me.
Thank you for that. So that is what it is then.
I get frustrated with myself for letting things get to me that are constant. They're always
okay. Like what?
like everything.
Wow.
Not everything.
Is it time to see a counselor?
A counselor for what?
If I'm bugging you that bad.
I feel I'm bugging you too. Oh my God.
Oh God.
I feel I'm bugging you because he's on the phone last night and
that was today.
No, that was last night.
Okay.
You were on the phone speaking with someone else.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, is that
him,
Mr. Prick?"
Yeah.
And you said yes, and you were talking about him winning, which congratulations. I said, well, tell him I said congratulations. And you said, what did you say? And so I said again, tell him I said, and you did not say to me, you screamed at me like a little kid.
I did yell.
I'm on the phone.
I did yell.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, I didn't know that you weren't speaking to me when you said, what did you say?
And I apologized for that 7 times. And I know there's parts of the marriage I got to get better at.
I was pissed.
But we need communication. And that's always it. You can't sit there and let shit bottle up.
No, I told you last night. That was fucking ridiculous.
You fucking told me. Yeah.
That you yelled at me like I was. No, I had to wait till you got off the phone. But you got mad at me when I was saying something and then you said, what did you say? I thought you were talking to me. You were looking right at me. I did not understand at that point you were speaking to who you were speaking to on the phone. Things like that irritate me.
Okay.
And, I feel maybe I let it get to me. But I thought this was about the fabulous trip that we had.
This is about the fabulous trip, but our podcast is also about marriage.
Okay.
And everything that entails. And sometimes it's not all good, fluffy fairy tale stories.
It's not.
But I just want you to know when I know, I can tell when something's bothering you because typically you're a beautiful, always smiling woman. And when you're not smiling, something's wrong. Okay. I know. I do know.
And then I can tell you I got a little irritated today because I'm like, hey, I have to go get this wedding gift. We have a wedding coming up too. And so I called you and I said, hey, it's not at this store. I have to go to a different store. And you're like, okay, you were busy. I understand you're busy. You have a lot of video to go through
I did.
with your mad editing skills.
Yeah.
Because you are good.
I'm okay.
So I tell you, maybe when I'm done at this store, I will grab us something to eat and come back home. And you're like, okay, I'm busy. I get it. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like you call me not long after that and you're like, hey,
Right.
where are you at? I'm out doing stuff. And you're like, well, and I could tell right then you were hangry. And I'm like,
maybe a little.
This motherfucker,
But-
you're like, you go do the stuff that you got to do, but then you get hangry
A
and
little.
call me like,
But that's not
where
why I
you
called
at?
you.
Where you at?
That's not
where
why I
you
called
at? That's
you.
exactly why you
That
called
is
me.
not why I called you,
Well,
because
it
I
was
went
just
out to the
taking you
garage.
so long. That's
I went
what
out.
you said.
I went out. Well,
It was
because I
taking
needed to
you
know if
so
I had
long.
time to go to the garage and do what I needed to do on the side-by-side. I didn't want to go and start getting all dirty or go out there and get right, in the middle of it and have to stop. That's all that phone call was. Whether or not I was a little hangry
You
is
were
besides the
hangry.
point. I just felt that from where you were to where you had to go was a long way to go, and we could have opted for something closer. You didn't have to drive to BFE to get food.
But really, where I was at and where I was going to get food was literally maybe 5 minutes or less away. And then from that place to our trailer was less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, and that was better than the original place that I said I was going to get food from. It's still the same
and
place,
then-
just different locations.
And then you got me my sandwich and I got my drink.
Uh-huh.
And you told me you wanted a couple of those nuggets. So I left those nuggets right there and you didn't touch them.
I took a couple and
Not
told
until
you,
I opened them. And I don't
was
know why you
still
couldn't
eating
open
my-
them.
I was still eating my sandwich when you opened them.
Right.
So why would I want nuggets if I'm eating my sandwich?
I sometimes eat nuggets and sandwich
Okay,
at the same
well,
time.
I
Well,
don't.
Not everybody's perfect. I get it.
Nah,
Some people
nah.
don't mix nuggets in their sandwich.
And I don't.
You apparently do not.
And I told
Because
you
I was
I
trying to
just wanted
save
a
you the
couple.
nuggets. I was
I
letting
only
you get what you want.
wanted
And that's all
two. A
you
couple is what I said. A couple.
We know what a couple is?
I know what a couple is. A couple is two.
We have
And that's what I took.
we have graduated from funny to
to
always
bitch
arguing.
fest.
Yes, always. The last 4 episodes. And I just want to get
And
back to
it's-
funny.
And it's so funny because you're like, why are you always mad? And I'm
Yeah.
like, because you're always doing stupid shit. That's what I told you last night.
I mean, I do some stupid shit.
You do some stupid shit.
But it used to be funny to you.
It's still funny to me.
It's apparently is not.
It's still funny to me.
So it's funny divorce, not funny haha.
No, it's funny. Ha ha. It is funny.
But
ha.
so sometimes
I find
however you go,
very
sometimes you
funny.
go from funny to angry like that, and it's hard for me to tell where it went wrong. I mean,
probably because you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and it's like, damn. It might be funny the first 3 times, but after that, fucking give it a rest.
no.
Till the next day, and then it'll be funny again.
What was I going on?
I
and
don't
on
know.
and
That's
on?
what I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just
you're
saying.
You're not talking about shit I'm doing that's funny. You're talking about shit I'm doing that makes you mad.
No,
Apparently.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Just give it a rest, Brent. Give it a rest. Quit talking. Let somebody else chime in. You gonna live through that one too?
Yes.
Yeah. I also need vape. I'm almost out.
Yes. So I need to take you to the store.
I need to go vote tomorrow
Where do you vote?
at the school. It's election day tomorrow.
What school?
That one right down the street
Okay.
by the park.
Okay.
The one we always vote at. Did we get a lottery ticket?
Down. Have you been out of the house today?
I have not.
So
Because somebody I know
yes.
went for, hang on.
What are you doing?
It rotating the way I don't want it to rotate. Anyway,
Okay.
where'd I leave off?
You asked about a lottery ticket, and I said,
No, I haven't
out
left
of
the house.
Okay.
I edited all day, which I had to do 4 times because the first time I didn't put the intro in that you spent 5 hours recording. Thank you too. I think it was great. I also, once I realized that, re-rendered the video and then realized a error in spelling in one of the titles.
Oh, no.
God, yes.
Did you need a dictionary?
No, I just had a space where I shouldn't have had a space. And,
okay.
And I don't want to be the dumb guy on YouTube, just the slow guy.
Oh, okay.
And
okay. That's fine.
I went through and fixed that and re-rendered it. And then I watched it again and I'm like, it needs a closing.
Okay.
And that's when you came home and we did the closing. Thank you for smiling through that, though.
Absolutely.
Even though you were partially angry through that, too.
It's fine. It's fine.
Thank you for smiling through that.
Absolutely.
You looked beautiful. And then I re-rendered it. And maybe I only did it 3 times. But every time I have to re-render it, it's 15 minutes.
Wait, and what does re-render?
Well, because if I fix the mistake, I have to re-render it. So you put all your, you take all your video clips and mumbo jumbo and audio and titles and you build it and then you have to render it into one video. So it's all on one clip.
Okay. And you can't just add stuff to that one video?
No.
Okay.
You have to fix it in the video because the title, once you render it, it's all one clip and I can't go and isolate a title.
Oh, okay.
So you have to think of the titles and the video as each like their own individual piece. And once you put it to render, it renders it all into one piece. Yes.
Okay. Not that I'm going to remember any of this.
No.
Because I don't edit.
We got caught up on 4 or 5 of our episodes we listened to. We listened to a certain person's crime podcast. You know, that was great. Good job. You don't sound angry in those.
I don't sound
angry. You sound
angry
happy when you're talking about killing people. Why does that make you happy?
It doesn't.
Oh boy got butchered and you're like, yay.
Did I say that?
No, I just made that last part up.
I know. It's fine. Maybe I'm going to take a week one day in one of those recordings.
You're going to take a week one day?
I'm going to take a week one day.
One time.
One day, I'm going to take a full week and try to edit. Like, it's going to take me a full week to edit one episode.
That's what you're losing me when you say you're going to take a day.
I'm going to take a
day. Week. And I'm like, where does your math? Are you time traveling? What are you doing?
1 times 7. 7.
I do think if you just took a little bit and the audio.
You say little bit. No, for me, it was going to be a lot of it.
Even a week is not a long time. And it really
is
would
a
not.
long time.
Really, it's not.
Yes.
Because the commands I've already got pre-built in there. I can, go through that audio and show you your settings. And then it's Control L, Control I, and delete. And that's it. It's not hard. It's learning repetition.
It's not hard for you because you've been doing it.
Because I've been doing it for 2 years.
Right.
But it was hard when I started. The first 10 episodes were fucking trash.
I wouldn't say the first 10.
Just 20. Yeah.
The first 100, they're all trash.
But you and I need to get back to doing funny stuff. So we have funny stories again. Not so many of these angry stories.
Oh, we are going to have funny stories because somebody's mother. It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. We were talking about going to somebody's mother's house next year for Thanksgiving.
It rhymes with rent.
Yes. And it's funny because I did tell you, well, we could swing it this year, and you're like, nope, don't want to. We'll do it next year.
You know they might listen to this.
That's fine.
Okay,
no problem.
It's June's fault.
So we are planning. I don't know if that's going to change or whatever, but we were planning next year to go to somebody's parents' house for Thanksgiving. Well, it just so happens this year they're coming to our state. They're not from here in Texas. Well, I mean, they're technically
from Texas. They don't live in Texas.
They don't live in Texas, but they're coming back to visit around Thanksgiving, around the holiday, which is just a few weeks away. And they want to be a guest on our podcast.
Well, she said he wants to be a guest.
Okay, well,
but
we'll
I
find
can't
out.
have them. I can't have one. I need them both to make this work.
Right.
And these 2 guests, please, I hope they're on there because they're going to be great. They're going to be great.
It's going to be great. And I'm sure she has a lot of funny stories about someone when they were a child.
Let's not ask those stories.
We might. I think I want to hear from her perspective the whole ground beef story.
Okay. I don't know if she remembers that one. She was hypothetically speaking, she might have been smoking a little bit of weed back then. I'm just taking one too many hits on the green cigs, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, now you have I mean, there might be cigarettes out there like that now, but they don't put off the odor.
They don't.
You know, and she might even have one. I don't know.
I'm just saying that if I was to, hypothetically speaking, start using certain stuff, that the gummies is where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not just any gummy. I mean, the California gummies are okay with you, but I feel you like the New Mexico gummies better.
Yeah, they worked. I mean, if I would have taken them.
Yeah, but I mean, is that what it is? You like the New Mexico versus the California?
Those she had was great.
So, I mean,
and this certain person where I got these from was out there with me on a Thursday night. And
my God, y'all were so funny.
Oh my God. So I have never seen her like this. Okay.
So funny.
And she was stoned, and hypothetically I was stoned. And we looked at each other at one point, and without saying anything, it's that look of, are you stoned? Yeah. Or like, are you high? And we just died. It was
a laugh fest for what, half an hour, 45 minutes constant.
And the next
it was
time,
so funny.
The next time, not the next time. Once I get 2 cameras, we have to start recording this stuff. You know, I mean, I can set them up on tripods at 2 different angles and find a way to just mic everybody or figure out the way to get the best sound. But that was Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night was a lot of fun for me.
That's good.
And that cabin, I want to just take 2 minutes to Wolfpen Gap cabins.
Yes.
Were fantastic and probably the best cabins we've stayed in so far.
Yes. And I was shocked because in their listing, they say that they have, you know, the basic essentials: coffee maker, toaster, microwave. I had a little cooktop. And when we got there, there were sheets on the bed, pillows on the bed, dishes in the cabinet, coffee cups, silverware, knives, cutting boards, pots, pans. Everything was there. So I walk in, of course, with my big bag of pillows and everything else, and see all this stuff, and I'm like, nope, I'm not even bringing it in. Nothing. I turned right back around and put it all back in the truck because we didn't need any of that. Towels. The only thing we needed: toothbrush, toothpaste, comb. That's about it.
Shampoo, soap.
Yeah, shampoo, soap. Everything else was there.
And it was nice. As a last note, the only thing sketchy about this entire fucking camp is this bridge. Sketchy. The bridge to go in.
Yeah.
We take this winding road. It's probably 6 miles up this road. Probably not at 25 miles an hour. It felt like about 6 miles.
Right.
And I look, and we're going to turn in, and there's a 1-lane steel bridge. But it
doesn't quite really look like it's a steel bridge the way they have it.
And then they had a low water crossing where you go in and out. Well, my truck's not going to do that water crossing.
Right.
Especially not towing 2-wheel drive. So we buckled up and we went over this bridge, which was actually fine.
Oh, man. It was probably the sturdiest bridge in the U.S.
And then the one person, Schmavid, that I thought would not go over this bridge, whose anxiety would get the best of him, went right over the bridge.
Right over it. And then it was funny because Shody shows up the next day and he did not go over the bridge.
I was trying to tell them he wasn't going to do it. They're like, oh, Shody's a man. Shody's a man.
But
and I glance over there and he's coming up out of the low water crossing and I lost my shit. I'm like, that is fantastic. I should have taken bets.
Exactly, because we figured Shody was definitely going to do it, and we figured Schmavid wasn't.
Schmavid was the one I would have bet on. So props to you, Schmavid.
He showed you up.
Yes, he did.
He's like, I am a man.
I am. And then Prom King and the 6th grader, they debated.
Grader. Get it right.
8th grader.
She's in 8th grade.
Yes, I keep forgetting she's growing up right before her eyes. She's getting so big. They hesitated, so she had to, before they went across the bridge.
May or may not.
She had to take an anxiety. May or may not have had to take an anxiety treatment.
Did he have to take one too?
No, he does not. He's not allowed.
Oh, that's right. She said he's not allowed to take anxiety treatment. that may or may not come from California.
That may or may not come from Cal. They probably get the stuff from Oklahoma. Who goes to California to get that now?
Well, I mean, she was from California.
What did she bring, a U-Haul full?
She might have. I don't know.
I'm
it's
moving
possible.
to Texas. I'm moving to Texas. Can I rent a U-Haul and stop by a dispensary and just load that motherfucker
I
up?
need to get a 55-gallon drum
Wow.
full of stuff.
All right. Well, we
I don't
appreciate
know.
y'all listening.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, we are.
We're done
We
now?
are. So, yeah, can I finish the intro
I'm
or the
sorry.
outro?
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Hey, we appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com. All complaints go to Trevor the intern. I would also like to note, if you're a couple and would like to interview or be interviewed, drop us an email and we'll set that up. We would love to interview other well-rounded, sophisticated, mature couples such as ourselves.
Wait, no.
No?
We don't know well-rounded, mature,
Sophisticated.
couples. Come on.
Do we know couples who
We
are
know
just...
couples. We know couples. We have
Are they-
couples.
are they just-
We know couples.
Are they just sophisticated?
They're no.
No?
No. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and didn't you add something else?
OnlyFans.
No.
I made us a Twitter account, but you won't. But you won't tweet.
You know what? I need to call a former president up and ask him for tweeting advice. That's what I need to do. It's
How to get noticed on Twitter?
It's like, dude, how do you do this, and how often do you do this? Apparently, he did it a lot, so he should be able to help me.
We are also, and I know we're running short on or long. If you listen on Spotify or on the Apple app, give us a rating, please. That helps. Help support this podcast at Patreon/meandmrsalwaysright, where you get pre and post show content right along with unedited episodes.
Nice. Look at you go.
I did.
Like you've said that a time or two.
2 years worth of saying it, and I still fucking.
It's okay.
Still
I
fucking
do too. I do too. I do.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Are we going to go to the vape store and go buy a lottery ticket and maybe get over this arguing?
I already bought a lottery ticket.
Yay.
I bought the winning lottery ticket.
You will never hear from us again if we win. Peace.
Oh my God. No, we would have to have a show, but with everybody.
Oh, we
like
would
all
do.
the
We
couples.
Wouldn't stop. We wouldn't stop.
You know, and we would, yeah.
All right. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for working it out with me today.
Absolutely.
All right. You have a great rest of your day.
Okay.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
Bye.